these aren't conversations people are used to having or ready to have. And I'm like, well, I stand behind this. I stand behind. It's time for us to have these conversations. It's time for us to realize that there's some conversations that aren't effective. I mean, they're interesting. There's lots of data points, but I'm not sure that they're effective as getting to someone's heart and connecting with someone on an emotional level, you know. I just don't particularly like that I am delivering that with so much candor about my own life. And I was thinking, is there a way for me to do this without sharing so much personal stuff?
That's very funny, dude. How can I...
How can I talk about being authentic without being authentic?
Without being so vulnerable and putting myself out there so much.
Yeah, I mean, you were like, I think it was like literally, I was dizzy with that emotional hangover, like dizzy. And you were like, I think it's better for you to talk about when you got your car repoed and then the selling of your rings. And I'm like, oh my God, like not only, it's in the film, and I know the film's on Facebook, and I know that anyone can see it that wants to see it, and it's on our website. But if I do this, and it gets out, it's like, oh, I'll be known. That's the girl that got her car repoed. That's the girl that sold her wedding rings. And then immediately
No,
people...
they're going to be like, she's the world leading expert in belonging.
Well, and then I wonder, what is the connection point? Like, what is, like, how will I be perceived? And I guess that's what anyone that's listening to me is going to think that too.
But also you want everyone who's listening, and just about everyone, to care less about what people think, right? I mean, that's a really debilitating thing that happens when you get totally hung up on what other people think.
Right, and it's certainly, I mean, it's definitely debilitating. It's funny. I'm just not sure I'm ready for this, but I know I need to do it. But I don't know if I'm emotionally ready to be like putting a spotlight on this thing that I did, you know? And like, I just keep going back to Lorraine. She's just so courageous with her stuff, you know? And she has a lot of respect, so I'm counting that I'll get the same, because she clearly gets she gets lots of respect, and she does not hold back.
And you know that's true for you too,
Mm-hmm.
because you've already shown this movie to thousands of people, hundreds
Right.
of thousands, and they all end up feeling much more connected to you,
Mm-hmm.
and see you as a much more real, authentic person.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not just someone who got their car repoed.
Mm-hmm.
That's just part of your story.